today's episode.
We're looking at Ethan's hair because my hair just got done. What the fuck is that?
I'm just gonna leave it like this for a second.
Please put your hat back.
Nah, you flamed me for that, man. Yesterday when I took my hat off,
I had to.
What did Zach say?
I literally collapsed to the ground.
Zach
I said,
he goes, it's Albert Einstein, bro. I was like, oh man.
But welcome back, everybody.
That's Dezz's thing. We're here with the amazing donSMITH, all the way from uptown Manhattan, from Washington Heights. What's up, Don? Tell the people who you are.
What's up, y'all?
Come on, give him a little intro to you, man.
I don't know. The intro is always awkward. I'm a musician, producer, creative entrepreneur, community servant,
Yes.
activist from Harlem, Washington Heights, uptown, New York City. And I'm happy to be here with y'all.
Oh, we're happy to have you, man. So
But the secret is, he used to be from the Flatlands of Long Island.
I used to live here. I was never from here. I used to live in Long Island. Yeah.
He lived here. You spent the part of the pandemic here on Long Island, right? How was that?
It was quiet. It was. I mean, the city was already getting quiet, but like, it's just
Out here is different.
And I was in Southampton. Like,
He was out there in the sticks.
Yeah.
You were in the sticks?
He was literally in the sticks, man.
You were in the big sticks.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah,
the big time sticks.
Because this area isn't like
It's
that
like
area at
obsolete
all,
over
man.
there.
So much
bro,
more packed.
you
it's
had
busy.
to drive to find people. Like,
Yeah.
we had neighbors in the cul-de-sac, whatever. But like, it's really just a beach.
Yeah.
It wasn't even.
Yeah,
That
it's
No,
nothing.
you're in the Hamptons. No one's there to begin with.
Yeah.
It's a seasonal thing.
For real.
Yeah.
So it was like going into spring, and then like some people started coming, but like it was quiet.
Dude, it's that area.
I would like that though.
I know. I wish I did something like that during the pandemic.
wish.
The
We
one thing
didn't-
I did was I
Because
went
you
away
know
for
all
a
those
weekend.
houses were open to rent.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it.
They are.
That's the weird thing about that area is that it's all rental houses. Like it's most people don't live there full year. So it's like that time that you were there is a weird time to start too. Because it's like people usually would start coming in around that time. But because of the pandemic, it never like took off the way it usually does.
And like I feel
crazy.
like once it like hit like early summer, people started coming in like with the families and stuff like that. But still, it wasn't as busy as I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it was nice though.
That's one mistake my mom said she made was not buying a house out there when they were so cheap years ago.
Yeah.
Because she said it would be a
Years
cash
ago,
cow now.
that land like out
It was
east
so cheap.
was just like, oh man, it was super cheap. There's still some cheap land out there, but it's not in necessarily the areas that are like the nicest, coolest areas, that trendiest areas right now. But yeah, that spot is that it's peaceful, like you said. It's quiet, so it's a good place to quarantine. Though, did you find that you were like more creative being over there?
I brought the whole studio. That's the thing. Like
the whole everything.
Everything I needed, I brought with me. And I mean, you and I were talking the whole time. So
Of course.
I finished an album and recorded an EP. So I was productive.
You were busy.
I was busy for sure.
You shot one of my favorite music videos that
You
you
did more than
have.
us.
I didn't shoot it. The people
But over there, like it took place over there.
Yeah, all on an iPhone. On this
It
iPhone.
was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It was a good video. It's seasons. That's what
It's
called.
not even a new one either.
No, it's not.
This is like the first one that I put out.
Sir.
the first one this year, right? Yeah, that's such a good project. So
What did we do during the pandemic?
we
drank.
drank.
There's no pandemic shaming.
We ate.
That's out. We don't do that no more.
I
ate, man.
I gained weight.
No, I feel like I got the most productive during the pandemic when I started working with you. So like I started working with Don back in, what was it? May, June? Around that time, right?
We started talking
yeah.
in May.
Yeah. And like I've known Don for a while. Like I just knew him as a creative. I was like, oh, this man is great at filming music videos and his music is dope. And that was it. That's all like I knew about Don. And then like I cast him in that commercial last year for that app. I'm not even going to say the name of the app, but
right.
I shot a commercial with you for that.
Right.
And that was like the one time I had seen him in a very long time. And then I don't think I saw you.
B-Nuts video.
Yeah. No, that was before.
Oh, that was before.
Yeah.
You're right.
That thing was like that December or something
Yeah.
or something like that. And then I hadn't seen him for a while.
So
I think I saw you at a gig.
So I met you first time was on Ambrosia.
We shot Ambrosia. Yeah.
Wow. So it
July.
was Ambrosia, B-Nuts video.
July 2019. Yeah.
What's that video called? Sharks and Narcs.
Sharks and Narcs. That video was
And then the
We did the commercial.
The commercial.
Yeah. And then I saw you at...
For app who shall not be named.
Yeah. And I saw you... I just can't give free promo, man.
Yeah.
But they're cool. We don't work for free anymore.
But no, then I saw you, I think, at B-Not's gig in Brooklyn. And that was the last time I saw you, Knitting Factory.
Yeah.
It's the last time I saw you. And then, like, we were talking for, your neck, girl, what? My neck don't crack like that, damn.
My body is just fine.
But we connected, we started working. When you and I started working together was when I started actually doing a lot of work. Because during the beginning of the pandemic, no one knew. Do you remember that time where everyone thought the pandemic was only going to last, like, a month?
Yeah.
Like, it was like, oh, it's going to be like a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, it's all good. And then, like, it turned to like, oh, but by May it should be good. And then by June, nah. By summer, for sure, it's gonna be.
Here
gone.
we are, fucking December,
bro, and it's now worse.
And
again.
Corona
like,
is here with a
what?
vengeance.
Yeah.
It's wild.
My mom got a Christmas ornament with people with masks on and the toilet paper
That's
roll,
funny.
and it says "Our Quarantine Christmas."
That's
2020.
really funny.
All our names are on the hat.
That's really funny. No, that's cute. Yeah, dude, I don't even know. Like what this even? We were just saying before about like going to like shows again or going into
It's not
crowded
gonna be
rooms.
normal. I get anxious.
would you
I
feel?
get anxious at work.
Yeah.
When there's
I'm
like an
sure.
influx of people coming into work, I'm like this.
Listen, y'all live out here. You know what I mean? Like,
We got
the
space.
city is like,
Yeah.
I got to get on the subway.
That would freak me out.
Yeah,
I don't
bro,
know
like
when I'm
that-
gonna get on a train or a subway again. I'll tell you that.
I went on one. I have not been on Long Island Railroad at all.
Yeah,
during
because
the
you
pandemic.
drive, right?
I drive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then
He's been putting the miles
dude,
on his car.
Yeah. And I took the subway once
Yeah.
in the city. And bro, I felt so weird. Although the subway was cleaner than I've ever seen it.
And it's also not as packed.
No,
Yeah,
nowhere near as
because a lot of people don't want to take it now. A lot of people are biking, but it's cold now, so like people.
The
are
first
taking
time you got on
train.
the subway after all this, how were you feeling?
When was the first time?
So I was in Long Island for 2-3 months, and then I came back to the city, and I had to take. Well, in the summer I bike. I don't take the train.
The city bike?
Yeah, no. I have my own bike, just because it's healthy, but also like I save a lot of money that way.
Yeah. hell
So
yeah.
pandemic or not, I'm on a bike, right? But when I got back to the city and I had to like go downtown for something and I couldn't bike, I had to like prepare. I was like, all right, like, do I have everything? Like, how long am I gonna be there? Like, do I touch the poles on the train? Like, do I just like, the train rocks and like, if you don't hold on to something, you could fall.
Of course.
So I was just like trying to stand in the middle and hold my weight so I wouldn't fall and I wouldn't have to touch any poles or like, it was pretty weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that now we have to think about what we touch.
It's crazy. And
It's
you know,
wild.
I think there's a lot we don't understand about the virus, like
Yeah.
how long it lives on surfaces.
All that
But
stuff.
I took an Uber back home. I didn't even take the train
Especially
back
in
home.
that beginning time. Like
Yeah.
right now, I feel like we're starting to get it a little more.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like they get it a little bit, but not enough.
Well, I don't think there's any clear direction. We've
No,
talked
because
about that
it's
before.
on plastic, it's on bags, it's on. I hate the way I said bags.
Yeah.
Very Long
There was a
Very
point
long.
where they were saying it sticks to hair. So
Yeah,
they were
I
like
heard that,
cover
yeah.
your beards and your my eyebrows. You see how bushy these eyebrows are? I can't cover my eyebrows. You know what I mean? If I wear my hat like this, maybe, but
Like they don't. They're like, and then for a little bit it was like, it's airborne. No one's safe. Don't
Yeah,
take your
yeah.
mask off. And I'm just like,
yeah.
I didn't even know what to do. I didn't know when it was like okay to like see Dezz. Like Dezz was the only person I had seen during
we were
the pandemic.
and it wasn't even like mid-pandemic. We waited till I want to say May.
Yeah, probably.
It was
Right
like
by
the
my birthday,
middle
yeah.
of May.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was Ethan's birthday, and like we went just down to the docks. We were hanging out in the back of our cars, music, and
we were
had-
social distance,
We were
too.
social distance, and then we were like, okay, like it's just us. We know we're safe. And that was literally my first day out of the house in months. Like I
Yeah,
did not know how to
it's-
act. Like I was on the ground.
It was weird, man. And I think that it was scary because, like you said, like there was no. It was one thing, then it was another thing, and there was another. I remember
But
at one point we were wiping down groceries. You remember? And we would have conversations
I
about
still
it.
do.
Do you?
My
Do you
mom,
really?
we still do.
I did that before the pandemic.
I- no, but
Vegetables
he
and
like
stuff,
got crazy. Dude,
Yeah.
we didn't
everything
even
is wiped
bring
in
it.
my fridge.
We didn't even bring it
in
inside the house.
It's you wipe it outside,
Dude.
slide it in. It was this
Yeah,
whole
that's what my mom
process.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a whole. Dude, it was like.
I mean, they just, as much as we want to believe that the people who are supposed to know everything about this, they don't. They were as confused as we were. So, like, past the point is that they were just trying to control the chaos. They're like, what can we tell people to, like, keep them as calm as possible? Because we're still trying to put this together.
So they're telling everyone, Clorox, Purell, this, that.
Right.
Stores have nothing. Still, toilet paper shortage. I don't even know what the hell the pandemic has anything to do with the goddamn toilet paper.
Yo,
but I
stacking
really
up,
do.
man.
My mom. I went upstairs the other day to get something out of the attic for Christmas. I said, what in the God's hell is this? My dad said, what are you talking about? None of us go upstairs except my mom and my sister, really.
Yeah.
Toilet paper, paper towels.
Yo, your mom, Donna,
I
bro.
said, in the attic, Mom?
And then they started jacking the prices on those things too.
Yo,
Yeah.
crazy. And it's-
Costco, when you pull in, they have a sign on what they don't have, what they do have at
Yes.
the light, so
Facts.
people aren't pulling in.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's like today we're out of Clorox wipes,
So much
bleach,
sensitive.
toilet paper. We do have Bounty, this, that. So the things that people are really coming in there for, they're still limiting you on water. You can only
It's
get
crazy.
2 cases of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is nuts.
My
man.
mom's like, I need 2 cases of water for my kids on a good day. We drink a case of now it's I'm at Fountain every day like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But my jugs.
dude, it's like it's crazy. Like just the whole thing. I really just hope that like whenever we get past this, we can like get past it. Like I hope that there's actually like a plan when things are looking better to keep it looking better.
Right.
'Cause
Because
I
we
feel like
always
that's the
jump back
problem.
in too quick. We
Yeah.
all yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
That's
We've seen it
that's
with-
what the problem was. They open the restaurants. They open bars with social distancing. But nobody ever follows the rules. That's the problem.
It's schools, man.
Schools.
Like
that should not have been reopened.
yeah, I think that is the biggest thing I've seen. You know
Because
what I mean?
get it. The kids need to learn, and the online learning is not for them.
No.
But at the same time, bringing them to school every day in classrooms, regardless if they have a mask on or not, you know they're in the bathroom. What's up?
Yeah, you know they're
Let
in
me
the
hit my
hallways without
jewel,
their
mask off on the bus.
Exactly.
Like, and little kids, I
So-
really feel bad
So
for them.
out here were kids still taking the bus?
They're still on the buses.
Or
School is like normal here.
yeah.
Like it's bad, bro. It's to the point where I've heard from a lot of kids who are in high school, whether they be cousins of mine,
Or
Rob, like whoever it may be. I've heard how these teachers are in the classroom. Some teachers don't even wear their mask.
or
Like some of the teachers aren't even
They
enforcing.
don't care
And-
because
and
it's
dude,
like
the COVID cases are going up within the school. Now they're not even closing the school.
they're not. They're leaving
Before
them
they
open.
were closing them. Now they're
And now
not.
parents can subject to pull their kids out of school.
same
and go
it's the same in the
right
city.
online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. At that point, shut it down.
Yeah, don't even
My
let it be an
sister-
option.
What?
My
Right.
sister works in a school. If I tell you, if the government paid her to get tested as much as she does,
Yeah.
she's gotten paid from September to December to stay home more than anybody I know.
Yeah.
Word.
Because it's like, because she works with special ed kids. So let's say somebody in one wing of the school has corona.
Mhm.
Whole opposite side of the other wing is her. If anybody even was in her wing, came remotely close to her room, 2 weeks mandatory quarantine.
Yeah.
The girl's been home. She's like, I'm getting tested for what? It's always come back negative. She's not getting the rapid test. She's getting the real test.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. She's sitting in the lines at Jones Beach. I'm like, all right. I'm like,
Crazy, yo.
she's like, I'm literally getting paid to sit here and do nothing.
Yeah.
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 She's like, and you know, Sydney, it
Oh, yeah.
drives her crazy.
Yeah,
when
no,
she
but and
doesn't
that's
do
the thing
anything.
is like it's the school. I think the plan has been so. It's been so out of whack, especially I think even like relating it to music and like what you do, like the plan for venues and like
Do they even have
creatives.
a plan?
There
yet?
is no
No,
plan.
bro. Like
Yeah.
like I know Chuck Schumer has been like trying to fight for this one act called Save Our Stages, which is a great thing. And I know like Arlene's Grocery is like obviously classic New York City venue,
Mhm.
like about to close, like so close to closing.
Yeah.
I don't know
They're
if you've
trying to
seen-
save these places, but yo, I don't know how
I
the hell are they gonna
actually-
do it, man?
My friend Nikki, shout out Nikki G. She put on her social media a couple days ago. She loves being in Brooklyn or Harlem. She loves it. She hates Long Island. Loves
Okay.
it, but hates it. But is always in the city.
Okay.
All her favorite bars, restaurants, stores she shops at, like healthy eat, like closed.
Mhm.
And she goes, all of you saying support your local businesses, still want to march your asses into this giant conglomerate. Here it is. Here's what's going to happen. These little stores
Little
that we
mom-and-pop
like,
shops,
yeah, they're not going to make it through the second wave of Corona. They're not.
Not
Yeah.
at all.
Granted, like, yes, I'm an essential worker. I'm not a nurse. I sell fucking alcohol. I work distribution at a freaking warehouse. But guess what? I'm going to have a job.
Yeah,
There could be someone I know who works at a little boutique down the block from me,
bro, it's
and they're not
so
going to have
sad.
a job.
How has it been over there by you? Because I mean, I know Washington Heights is a very it's very community based. There's a lot of smaller organizations that
Yeah.
make up the community. What does that look like?
I mean, plenty of places have closed, and job security has been terrible in Washington Heights. It's also like one of the neighborhoods with the highest rates in the spring, summer season, which is why we did the fundraiser with FYI.
Yeah, which we're going to talk about in a
Yeah,
second too.
for sure. But I've been grateful to see some places like still be able to hold on, but a lot of places that like I've lived there most of my life. A lot of places that I grew up going to are just not there. It's just a closed gate.
Yeah.
And some of them put notices up, like apologies to the community, like we're so sorry we can't be here anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like,
But they should not be the ones apologizing.
at all. And
it's
that's
it's our fault. It's like we choose we choose every day. I keep saying it. I'm like, don't shop at Macy's. Go shop at your local boutique, man. I understand.
Don't eat Chipotle every day. Go eat your mom and pop.
Don't do what I do. No, but like even me, like I try to go to as many mom and pop shops. Like if I know if I'm hungry, if I can support a bodega, if I can go to some deli to wherever it may be, I'm gonna try to support them. I know how much they're struggling, especially right now.
They're struggling. And listen, I really commend people who are trying to open new businesses in this. I really do. It's
crazy.
I know they're getting their asses handed to them right now.
I think a lot of people, and I think, relating it to creativity and like what we're doing with this podcast and what you do with your music and everything, creative stuff right now has been weird. Like it's like you don't know how to run the business. And like I know, obviously, when we talk about your music and like what we're gonna do and how we're gonna push it and all this stuff, we're now thinking, okay, how can we get creative? That one extra step. So what has that been like for you? Like being creative through this pandemic with pushing your music? Because obviously making music, anytime we all get time to be alone at home, obviously we're going to make some good music. But like when it comes to the push of your music, getting it out there, having people hear it, how have you been able to do it? You dropped 3 projects this year. So explain the 3 projects and
Well, first thing I would say is get yourself an Ethan for sure. That helped a lot.
Very sweet.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I think making the music is not the hard part. No. You know what I mean? It's the extra creative step. Now I can't like just try to get booked for a quick show and go perform the 4 songs. And now I have footage of this. Like I have to set up a whole live stream type of thing to do that. You know what I mean? So it's been hard to try to roll out 3 projects in this where we're at, this apocalyptic place. But it has definitely made my hustle a lot smarter. You know what I mean? And I'm a New Yorker. Like hustle's in my blood. But like I've really had to like, I guess, try things that I haven't before. You know what I mean? Like I never would have thought I did a live stream performance. Like not because like I'm against it. It's just it's like, why not just be with the people? I thrive off being in a crowd of people.
Of course,
but like that's not an option now. So,
so sad, man. Like it's so sad. I think about all the times that Dezz and I have gone to shows or like local bars just to see a band.
I mean, for me, and it's not the big artists. Like it's my favorite
setting.
artists are like the people in the city who are coming up with me.
The
like,
smaller, the independent artists. Yeah,
that scene is you have to circulate the dollar in that scene. And now that it's not an option, it's like it's important for you to buy your homie's brand. To you know what I mean, to buy his album on Bandcamp and stuff like that. So I know what we did, like we tried to make every release about the community in the ways that we could, remotely, virtually, because I just feel like that's what people needed. Like the art is all secondary to really what's going on. You know what I mean? So
you're right. Explain what you've done for your community, though, man. Because I know, but like I want all these listeners, everyone who listens to us, especially the people who don't know you and who are just hearing about you. Explain what you've done this pandemic, because you've done 2 really, really amazing things. One that ends literally today when we're having this conversation.
It's crazy.
Which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
But yeah, explain them, man.
So I put out 3 projects. I'm gonna try to keep this as short-winded as possible because I partnered up with a few nonprofits this year, mainly FYI, Fresh Youth Initiative. They're a nonprofit that, they've been in my neighborhood in Washington Heights and Harlem my whole childhood, doing after-school programs, providing resources for Latino families, things like that. So I partnered up with them to do a COVID relief thing earlier in the year, or earlier into COVID, I should say. And then even with the second release, we did the masterclass
Yeah.
So I got to teach like a music business type
I
of
totally
like
forgot about that. Oh my
quick
God. Yeah, you did.
masterclass.
Yeah.
You know, we try to attach something to every release.
Yeah.
And then with this recent album, Don't Ask Me Where I'm From, we
Stream it everywhere, guys.
I partnered up with your nonprofit, Meals on Us, which has been wonderful, I guess, to like be able to actually have a human conversation. I feel like sometimes when you try to partner up with these nonprofits and stuff
Especially
like that.
the large ones, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of like, and we can't do in person, you know, which is annoying. So it's refreshing to be able to like, you're a real person and I've worked with you already on multiple scales. So yeah, we partnered with you guys to do the holiday food drive, and it's been, you know, pandemic and holiday season, money scarcity, all things considered, it's been going really great, and we've been really blessed to.
I can't believe.
And
how
today's
well
the
we've
final
done, man.
day. Yeah. Today's the 22nd of December. It's the final day.
I just cannot believe how well we've done, because like I knew it was gonna do.
And it was we almost didn't make that cutoff to get everything like the ball rolling, because we thought of this kind of like late.
Yeah. I think we thought about doing this in like late October. Like it was almost like Halloween time, and we didn't like make anything official until not even mid-November, maybe first or second week of November.
Right.
But like we pushed this thing, and look, we're now set to feed hundreds of families. Really, it's a lot of food that we've collected. Like I thought about it actually. I was like, okay, we got these big containers, and I was like, we filled up a nice amount. Those big containers, those things are big. You know, like you think of how much food, like the FDA and all these big organizations that handle the food in the States have their way of measuring food.
Yeah.
But in a technical sense, really, it's like there's a certain amount of poundage that equals to how much a meal is. And like when I was looking at like the specs and how much weight the thing can hold, and like just estimating, and like, dude, we're estimated to feed just with the food we collected like 150 families.
Right, and that's
like,
not even to mention
ridiculous.
the GoFundMe.
That's not even talking about the money we raised.
And I want to talk about the GoFundMe a little bit, just because what I think is important is like
The fans have already heard what I had to say about the GoFundMe.
a lot of things, a lot of times when people do fundraisers, food drives, excuse me.
Yeah.
In the holiday season, as soon as Thanksgiving is over or Christmas is over, it stops.
Yeah.
So like January is just as cold as December, maybe colder. And
rolling into February,
people are still hungry. So in a way that we started late, it's kind of also a gift, you know what I mean? Because I don't even touch the money. The money goes straight to Meals on Us, but you guys won't get that until a month after we're done with the food drive.
Exactly.
So that money will be coming into you in January, which now we have extra time in the winter to be able to provide food. You know what I mean? So I feel like
so
that's
cool, man.
it's
so cool.
It's been awesome. You know, like my mom's been proud of me for a lot of things, but this specifically, she like to see her get teary-eyed over it is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Dude,
what I mean?
I was talking to my mom about it this morning, like before I came here.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just told her about everything. I was like, yeah, tomorrow is the day we, you know, give out this food and actually give it to people.
Yeah.
And I was like, and we're going to feed like a lot of people. And she was telling me, she was like, I don't think you realize, because like sometimes you get so caught up with like,
of course,
the fact that we're doing it,
that
you don't sit down to realize, oh man, it's a lot of people that we're hopefully helping out, you know? So yeah, I'm excited. I'm so grateful for everybody out there who's supporting.
Yeah,
like, all the
sure,
people who've donated money. Like it's been ridiculous, man.
And sorry, last thing.
No.
Because I was just talking to my friend Jossie on Clubhouse. Shout out to Jossie. You know, we were in a room that was talking about shifting the culture in NYC, and mainly like the music culture, but in general. And one thing that I said, right, because there was radio hosts in there was playlist curators, influencers, blog writers, journalists, you know what I mean? One of the things I said was like, with everything you do, as far as your art goes, like you need to be active in your community. And it can't just be like I'm trying to show face. Like when things are open, right, when the world was normal, like you need to be paying the $12 to go to your homie's show. Yeah. Even if you don't love his music, the fact of you being there, you circulate the dollar in that community. However it means to show up for your community, I think that's important. And I definitely learned that this year with every release. Me
too, man.
You know, in whatever way it doesn't always have to be a food drive, GoFundMe, but like in whatever ways you can, I think you have to try to attach. You have to remember that the art is secondary to community, whatever the community is that you're representing.
I think every human being needs to start getting better at supporting their own community, because like the only way everybody grows is by supporting your own community.
Yeah.
And like you can't like it's like you have these big organizations, and we talked about it 100 times, but like you have these big organizations that purposely don't want you to shop there, and they give you like a Walmart, and they give you the cheapest prices.
Right,
Some
right, right.
people,
Conglomerates.
They have to go. They had no
I
choice.
just wrote a paper about this.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure you did.
Because I'm a nerd.
There we go.
I love school.
But yeah, man, I'm grateful that like we've been able to do a little something to make just a little tiny difference. And I think, anybody who's out there wants to support, still support.
Yeah,
Still go out
meals
there.
on us. Show
Meals on
love.
us, man.
Guys,
Please.
speaking of support, I promise I'm not going to open threat you again because it was a little rough last week. But guys, you can support, like I said, in many ways. Listen, we're even doing something cool.
Yeah, flex the merch real quick.
Yeah,
I know you want my face on your body.
Yeah, come on.
Flex the
I
merch.
know
real
you
quick.
do.
It's also
Who-
the most.
It's Christmas
comfortable thing.
Dezz.
Yo, Christmas Dezz is the best kind of Dezz.
It's the best kind of Dez.
Right, Rob?
Right,
I know,
Rob? Christmas time, Dez is
Rob's
the
like,
best Dez.
I'm shaking his head over there.
Listen, last night we went and delivered a bunch of these awesome, ugly Christmas sweaters.
It's a good story.
It was
The video's on the IG. So
the videos on the Instagram. I was doing a bunch of different Christmas remixes. My favorite one was delivered to our lovely winner, Hannah Braz. I'm not gonna put where you live in the comment, but I did Mr. Grinch remix, creeping up your
That was
street.
the funniest one. That had to be the funniest one.
It was literally like 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it was bad. That was when.
I was slightly intoxicated, but we had fun.
Yeah.
We were in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah. Should we tell them about how you spilled beer?
Okay.
Yeah, tell that story.
That's the one I thought
Because
you were going to tell.
I just heard the story
Yeah,
before we started.
I
and-
thought you was-
Okay,
I thought she was gonna
everybody
say,
knows I love to have a good time. So yesterday, I had a little bit of what's the word?
A little bit.
What's the word? Extra.
Existential?
There it is. Existential crisis. And I said, I need a drink. So I grabbed the new Montauk Cold Day Pale Ale out of my fridge. It's not a plug for Montauk. They don't sponsor us.
The way you just said that, it sounded like an ad.
Yeah.
It's
But
a
I-
Montauk Cold Pale Ale.
Ale. It's delicious, but
It's good.
we went to Chipotle.
It still sounds like an ad.
Yeah, let's step away from the advertising.
Okay. So we went to Chipotle, and I couldn't bring my beer in Chipotle, long story short. So I put it on Ethan's seat of his car next to all the sweatshirts. Now, we went into Chipotle.
And
we
shout
got
out Mom and Kristen.
Chipotle.
They wrapped the sweatshirts.
Yes, they were beautiful. Thank you, Mom. I love you, Kristen and Mom. You guys are the best. But we left the Chipotle, and I forgot the beer was on the seat. Now, I remembered the beer was on the seat when we were at the light after Ethan, stopped 3 times, went up a hill. And I'm like, oh, damn it.
Hold on, wait. So if he's in the driver's seat, you're in the back
I was
seat.
in the back seat.
Okay, so how come you didn't notice that the beer fell? Like,
Because she put it so
I
the
tucked it in the
sweaters were
seat.
the sweaters were in the back seat. So this was the thing.
with my beer.
The sweaters are in the back seat
Because
with her. My
Ethan's
friend Zach
Jeep
is in the
has
front.
no cup
and
holder.
I'm driving, obviously. So I'm driving, and then I guess the sweaters were on the floor of the car.
you tucked it in the thing behind the seat, the little
Behind-
pocket.
No, that's where I should have tucked it.
No,
I
she-
tucked it. I literally put it on the seat.
She just put it on the seat like normally. It was just chilling there. Yeah. And
So when I realized I'm looking at the beer spill out, I'm like, oh, fuck.
And I started I literally told
And-
Zach, I said it. I was like, yo, dude, it smows like beer in here. And
But
I
none
turned
of
off
them
the
said
music.
anything to me.
I lowered the music though, and I was like, yo, it smells like beer in here. You're like, oh, does it really? And then we didn't even realize until we got to the first
place,
spot.
and then I said, I may have spilled some beer on these.
And I told her, I was like, it's all good. Like, it is what it is. It's a
We're
little on my
literally
seat.
shaking
Bro,
the sweatshirts
I
out.
picked up the first
It
sweater,
said ploop.
and it just dripped all the way down. I was like,
But I
no
swear,
way.
it literally was only a fourth of the beer. Like, I drank most of it. It really was just the remnants
But it
left
was
in the
enough.
can.
Beer is just like,
It's that potent smell.
it's a smell
Yeah.
and it's also like a certain weight to it. You know what I mean?
It's I know it's heavy. Beer is
it.
heavy. It's a
Yeah.
heavy drink. I
Yeah.
know. So then every sweatshirt that got delivered smelled like Montauk's delicious beer.
So we hope you enjoyed that. People who
So
got their
it's very
sweatshirts
desert.
like
I
that.
had to put some Desiree Zhuzh on it.
Yeah, exactly. It needed a little. It needed a little
And
bit more
it
than
needed
just
a
this.
little more of Desi
A
Zhuzh.
little more than just your face on the
Yeah.
sweaters.
So
But
that's
you
why
can
your
still buy a
sweatshirts.
sweater.
I promise it won't smell like beer.
It
Yeah.
won't smell like beer this
Because
time.
they're in boxes
Yeah.
in Ethan's basement.
Yes, exactly.
So they may
In my
smell like basement.
They smell like basement.
Yeah.
But
Now they're
not my beer.
And yo, these are the most comfortable sweatshirts ever.
I ate
love
queso
them.
on mine the other day and spilled it like all down
yeah, I
it.
know. I saw it yesterday.
You told me to wear it. I told you it was dirty. I would have worn my other tea time sweater.
Feel me? Buy local. This is what I'm saying.
Buy local.
Literally, like
I like that
everything
shirt.
I'm wearing. This is This is from a friend of mine. Her name is also Don. She has her own brand,
dope.
Don Bazaar.
Hey.
But this is my first time wearing it, and
I like that.
you know, I was like, I'm gonna be on camera today.
Bazaar.
Anytime I'm in video or on camera, I always try to wear it.
local.
Even this is from J Tips. He's a dope creative, designer out of the Bronx. And he does all these different. You've seen my Yankee hat collection, so I have a few of his already.
No one has more Yankee hats than Don.
So the real question is, are you a Yankee fan?
Of course.
So
Yeah.
you and my father would get along just great.
Yeah. So
Martin.
that's what I'm saying though. Like anytime I pop out, I try to make sure I have on local things. So I say that to buy the local. if you
And the
can
best
buy
part
the
is that
local.
every dollar that
Goes
that
to
we
Meals
make
on
goes to
Us.
Meals on Us.
So now I don't even have to threaten you to donate.
And
Yeah.
it goes right back to the community. And the best part is that Meals on Us right now, we're shifting towards doing stuff uptown, which is like my
Yes,
favorite
sir.
part. So
Yes,
like
sir.
we're
But
really going all over the place.
Before they start going into the uptown, downtown city lifestyle, guys, think about this. Your name is going in donation to something. So technically, if you're a business student like me, that's a tax write-off.
That's like the number one thing.
It's
Yo,
a tax
get your
write-off.
tax write-offs, man. That's what we tell everyone. Right by tax season, we tell every person.
Tax write-off.
Dude, that's when Meals on Us makes the most amount of money. And any nonprofit, you can talk to any nonprofit out there. They make their money during tax season or right before. Right now,
because they just write it off.
They write
Yeah,
it
bro.
off.
You're giving away the sauce right now.
dude,
I
tell
didn't-
everyone
I
to
didn't
do it
mean
though.
to.
Because
But I had to.
genuinely, it's a good thing. Because look,
Why do you think I
it
clean my
doesn't-
room
dude,
right around tax season? Tax write-offs.
you know, like a lot of people like have like something against rich people who just donate their money for the tax write-off. Here's why I don't, because they're still giving the money to the nonprofit. Now it's different if the nonprofit is a shitty ass nonprofit that's not going to do anything, right? And if it's a massive nonprofit, not to bring any nonprofits down, but there are some really big ones out there that
We
are
won't
very
name any
well known
names.
that are crooked and they have
Yeah.
more expenses than a
Right,
normal business. We were talking about
this.
this,
We were
right?
just
So,
talking about this, right?
so with Meals on Us, like a business like ours, where we're a small nonprofit, you want to give us $1K because you want to write off something on your taxes?
Be our
That's
guest.
fine. Give it to us. You give us the money.
I hope that
And
girl from the bar
anybody-
writes it off on our taxes.
I hope so. And it's like everybody who donates to any nonprofit, like that's the key. If you want a good tax write-off,
Right.
donate to a nonprofit. Dude,
Meals
$20
on Us.
you can write off. You know, if you donate to Salvation Army or to a Goodwill, that's also a tax write-off.
Yeah, why do you think I clean my room when
So you got to
when my
get,
taxes
when you
are
go,
due?
you just get a receipt from them.
Right.
So you say, yo, can I have a receipt? It doesn't matter. And it's good to donate back to Salvation Armies and Goodwills and other thrift shops because it goes right back into the community, supporting people who need it.
I hope y'all writing this down.
Yeah,
'cause
man. This is the key.
You know someone's out there rocking my North Face jacket I donated a month ago?
Yeah.
And
That's
I
it.
hope you paid like $4 for it because I
So-
spent $300
It's
on
also
it.
great for the earth too, to
Yeah.
recycle clothes. So
Facts.
we got to do it.
Not
But
me.
Not Dez.
Fresh off the presses.
Dez hates you. Don't like thrifting, huh?
I've never been thrifting, so when I go
took you
thrifting,
once, but it was really bad.
it was a
day.
bad experience.
Not at that one shop.
Shh. No, I did get a jacket
Mhm.
and some shoes. We did good that
You
one.
did get that one shop.
But listen, I like to buy clothes, and if I can't find something that I really want, sometimes some things I want, they're out. I gotta go find them. We were supposed to go thrifting in Brooklyn, but then Corona happened.
Yeah, we planned. I think like the week.
Yes,
of
the week
Corona.
of the shutdown,
Yeah, and then I got
Corona
really sick.
happened.
Crazy.
I think I try to use the name COVID instead of Corona.
Okay.
It makes me feel
COVID.
smarter, but I also have a friend whose last name is Corona. So I can't imagine how hard this time has been for you. But
Everyone just saying.
I'm not
Corona.
laughing
Mine.
at you, buddy. I really am just laughing with Ethan.
yeah.
So maybe you should start saying COVID.
COVID. I don't even know what I say anymore.
Every
can't-
time I hear Corona,
say
I
the
think
virus
of
now.
the beers.
But
I
you
also
know
think
the
of
sales of the beers were down.
Oh yeah, I know, which is wild. Which is really
You
wild.
know people were
There was a
refusing.
time
It was
dumb
on
ass, we're
sale.
like,
It was
yo,
on-
I'm not gonna have that
Wait,
beer, bro. I don't know where
you
it's
guys
been.
know
I'm
how
like,
Corona
yo.
Premier is expensive.
Yeah.
I went to my sister actually because I didn't leave my house during the pandemic. She called the house like, "Mom, they're $12." I said, "Pick up a 12 back because they will never be that cheap again."
Yeah, those Coronas, man, they went down.
Yeah.
I remember when that had happened and we
Didn't
went
we
to,
go somewhere? You said, "I'm gonna have a Corona just for the fun."
I think so. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
think
Just
of
I
it.
thought it was fun. And then I remember going to like a Stop and Shop or like some supermarket and I bought so much Corona because it was all super cheap. It's great. I love it. I love
Corona's a
Corona.
great beer.
I love it. But yo,
That's
Don,
like what we drink at the Boars.
That's a staple.
That's your thing now. Why do you keep doing that? Explain why you do that.
I
Before I
don't.
hop into this next thing,
Why
explain what
she
you do.
does
She's
what?
Okay.
Okay.
Explain it.
Okay, so
She watches too much Jersey Shore. That's what happened.
that too, Jersey Shore. So I don't know if you know, but there's a scene in the Jersey Shore where Paulie and Vinny are like, we're gonna go kicking on Snooki's porch. So anything I say now, I add like the hard like orch onto it.
Everything, bro.
But there's a reason.
Okay.
So lately I've been listening to a lot of Jack Harlow. And in one of the remixes of a song he did, he goes, buckle up, get strapped in. And then he goes, baby, this a Kentucky accent. So the way he said it in the song, now it's just, I emphasize everything in some weird toned.
You could be a rapper if you wanted to.
A
A lot of rappers are
telling me that.
successful off of whatever that thing is. Rappers that have lisps, rappers that say,
You're right.
when they rap and they say or, they go or. Like that could be your thing.
Des, I've been telling you.
Everybody's
when is Trader
been telling
Ho's
you.
coming out, man?
Everybody's been telling me this
Trader
right. Get in the
Ho's, bro.
stew, get in the stew, get in the stew.
You just gotta make one song, even if it's for pure fun. I tell everyone, if you have never tried recording or writing music, even if it never goes anywhere, not everything has to be the end all be all.
But
Music is
knowing
creative.
the
It's
way
fun.
my life goes, I'm gonna say something real dumb on a mic,
You have some
and then
dude
it's just gonna go,
texting you.
whoom, it's gonna just blow up.
Bro, there have been times where Dez just says something like slightly cryptic on a podcast about like a general hookup or something.
Text messages, phone
Text,
starts.
then
boing,
the
boing,
day
boing,
the
boing,
episode
lighting
comes
up,
out,
lighting up.
her phone just goes
And
crazy.
it's usually when it goes up,
It's
we're
mad
recording
funny.
next week's episode. So Ethan will be sitting here like, what's going on? I'm like, zzz, 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 zzz. Speaking of that, I'm in my bed, after my figgity fat pour of red wine. And
last night.
no, yeah, actually last night. And this kid texts me and he goes, have you ever talked about me in your podcast? Mind you, I didn't even know that he knew I had a podcast. So then I texted him, I said, who told you about my podcast? He goes, I said, oh, so you're stalking me now. He goes, I'm like, oh, I'm so flattered. You like stalking me. He
It's your
goes,
tings right there. It's
he's
your
like,
tings.
shut up. I said, oh, that's so cute. But I'm like, people now think I sit here and actually talk about that on my podcast.
People really be thinking
Like,
you're
I have
flattering
better
them
things to
that much.
do than to talk about you on
It's
my
the
podcast.
funniest
You
thing on
must
the
have to
planet.
get under my skin so much for me to actually talk about you on the podcast.
Yeah, we don't like talking. We
You hurt somebody's feelings just now.
He's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
listen to this, and I'm going to get a call. Forget.
Sorry, brother.
Yo, man,
His
that's
feelings
crazy.
are really gonna get hurt.
Yo, so Don, I want to talk really quick about the difference with how we grew up. and
I
how
need
you
to
grew up.
know when I walked in to the room. Well, I mean, granted, I had a mask on. After sitting here talking for a little bit, you could definitely tell we're island kids.
Yeah,
There's
like
no.
there's nothing in me that like I love the city. I do a lot of work in the city, but there's nothing in me that I think feels like I'm a city kid. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I have a different energy than a city kid.
I'm definitely not a city kid. My dad, on the
Yeah,
other hand,
I love the city. Like I
He's a
love being in the
city
city.
kid.
You don't even like being in the city. Oh, certain parts.
No,
like if you spend
certain
more time in
parts.
Washington Heights, I'm telling you, you'd love it because there's like a community.
I've been
It
in
feels-
Washington Heights.
Yeah, but if you spend more time there,
Now I'm talking about
going there and spending time there is
It's
different.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, what do you think? Like when you see someone from Long Island, like what is that initial like thing that you think of? Like what's the first stereotype that you think of?
Not something that's not good, honestly.
Yeah, no, we figured,
respectfully,
we figured. No,
respectfully.
no, it's okay.
Because
I
you
knew it.
gotta understand, like I live by Yankee Stadium, and
Yeah.
all these like racist, rich Yankee fans that come in from Long Island,
Yeah.
like they're terrible people. They pregame on the train ride to the game,
Yep.
and then when they get off the train, they're wasted. Like it's terrible. It's terrible.
Bro.
But with that said, I only met you today, and you guys, I've known you for a while, but you
Yeah.
guys are pleasant. It's like I feel like there's certain people that like they bring
I'm a
bad
very-
energy
I'm
with
very-
them into the room.
Yes.
I'm a good energy.
Yeah, you are.
You are. But I'm saying I've met plenty of Long Island people who weren't. You know what I mean?
And you are not wrong with any
You are
of that.
so not
like
wrong.
everything you're saying is completely
I have encountered
right,
so
man.
many unpleasant people on the first. Hey, how are you?
And a lot of them, sadly, are Yankee fans. Is really terrible.
Yeah.
It is
know.
terrible. But
I know.
you
Massive
know,
Yankee
I'm
fans.
also gonna say like city people are not the friendliest, most pleasant people either. We're very blunt, straightforward.
Yeah.
We're trying to get to where we go to, especially in the winter. I'm not trying to have a conversation with a stranger in the winter. I'm trying to keep walking.
That's it.
And not take my headphones off. Maybe put the volume up so maybe I can play it off like I didn't hear what you said.
I could definitely do that because I do it already here.
I know you do. Yeah.
I literally was shopping at Target yesterday, plugged, minding
So
my business.
We're not
Don't talk
perfect.
to me.
We're not perfect either. But it's just having also lived in Long Island before when I was younger, like, and having had like racist neighbors and stuff like that there's just like certain types of people that grow up out here that feel they feel very detached from where I live now.
So I want to bring that up mainly because you are Latino and black, right? I'm Latino
and I'm black.
and we grew up in the whitest town, the whitest possible town.
We were neighbors.
Yeah, we lived right around the corner from each other. And in our area, it was all very Latino and black, actually.
But
like
now it's very white.
Yeah.
Like it used to not be like that, but then when we all kind of cycled out of school and like people moved and got their lives together, then the people that came in, my neighborhood's very white. So where I live, everyone's like, where are you from? Like I live in Green Lawn. Very white town. Everybody knows it's a very white town. But the new people that kind of like moved around us, everyone's white. So it's like when they come in and like, for instance, our new neighbors, I walked outside and started my truck. Like if you pulled down my block, you wouldn't expect black people to live where we live at all. So we walk out the house. It's like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Hi, my name is so-and-so.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
It's this really uncomfortable thing, and there's like this silent racism that is here on Long Island that I feel like a lot of suburbs go through when you're like black or Latino or even just any other race that's non-white.
I was going to say it's a suburb thing.
It's a suburb thing.
I went to school in Wisconsin, and being in the Midwest.
College in Wisconsin. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I was
so like, what was that like?
So I would say that like very two different types of people, right? But just among places that have a lot of white suburbs.
It's definitely Wisconsin.
There's a lot of, I think in the entire town that I went to college in, there was maybe 2 black cops and they knew each other. And like, it's like, if you pass a black person on the street in Wisconsin, in Appleton, Wisconsin, like you wave to them because it's like, wow, like, I don't know if I'm going to see you again. Like this is
black person.
Yeah,
man.
That's how it is when black people go to China.
Yeah, right. People take pictures
Take pictures with you. Like you're some sort of celebrity.
Yeah. That's
because you're black.
Yeah.
I said, I will never go to China.
Yo, it's terrifying though. Like it's just terrifying to think like that. There's so many areas I feel like in the world that are like that. And there's like so much silent racism.
Right.
Like all over.
It's like, oh my God, here's another black person.
Yeah.
Let's take a picture with them.
That's crazy. No, but the suburbs are a monster, man. Like it's weird to think about because like,
and not all of them either.
Not all of them.
It's
not
just
all of them.
common.
No, but and here's the thing: is like a lot of young
Yeah.
people in suburbs are very different, especially the kids right now. I'm gonna be real with you. I know a lot of people in our grade who we graduated with listen to this. I know y'all are racist. Like I know there are racists out there, and they're our age. The kids that are younger, that are coming up now, are being taught completely different.
Yeah.
Like completely different, and I love that. That's
for instance,
great.
My friend's Bridget's little brother.
Yeah. Completely
Not
different.
to mention Bridget.
Yeah.
Those two are the wokest white people I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like,
because they don't make it hot.
They don't make it hot.
You know how a lot of white people like to make it hot that they're woke, and they're like, "Yo,
Yeah,
I'm
which
woke. I'm
I can't
so
stand,
woke."
yeah.
wait,
And I'm like,
I'm
yo,
so
yeah.
woke. The first time I met Bridget, I'm like, this chick, like, there's no way we're gonna be friends. That's my best friend. Like, she is not super hot about things, but she's woke as hell. She is very she's just, it's in a good way. She's just like on it. Like it's not like she gets it. It's not like she has to think about, oh, my best friend's black. Like she gets it. She's in it. She's involved with it. There's no.
I think like the super woke white people, like I think sometimes they think it's a flex that they're woke, when really it's like, no, this should be regular. Like you're actually standard now. Like this is what standard should be. You're not.
And
like
that's what it is. Is like she doesn't make it hot where it's like, I know this.
Yeah.
It's like she's like,
Bro.
It's normal.
White people don't deserve awards for being woke. You should have been that way from the beginning.
From the beginning.
And that's the thing.
I'm
is
not
that's
giving
how
out
she
cookies
is.
to white
exactly.
people because they know
you're
what's
not
up.
gonna be my bestie for the restie just because you're woke.
Facts.
She gets it. She understands it. Her mom gets it. Her mom understands
Yeah.
it. Like she grew up in South Huntington. Like and I ain't saying like South Huntington's a stigma, but like she understands it. I really think the girl has more black friends than she does white friends. If I could be completely
And
honest
like,
with you.
us, we grew up so different. Where like we grew up with primarily a lot of white friends,
A lot of white
and it
friends.
was so weird.
And for
like
her, it was on the flip.
it was on the flip, and I feel it felt so weird. I mean, we literally just had this conversation about having an identity crisis. But for me, looking white but being Latino at home and Spanish, my first language, we speak Spanish at home.
I have that
Like,
all the time.
Dude, it felt weird, right? And
No,
like
no, I go through it all the time.
We talked about it too.
No. Like,
No,
I
but
could
explain
talk
it for
to somebody on
you
the
too,
phone.
because I think it's even crazier
It's
for you.
so bizarre to me because everybody, you can not even see me. I could talk to you on the phone. Where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. I had to go to the doctor recently. And I'm speaking to her on the phone, giving her my address, whole nine. I went in there to sign paperwork before I was seen. And it was already trekked off my race was white. And she goes, oh, I said, I can change it. Like,
Because why?
because I don't know if she thought I sounded white or if I
Which
came
is like
across
it's another thing.
like
that I
my
hate, right?
phone manners, my customer service phone manner when I talk to people that like I've never seen before. Like I don't like talk with ignorance behind me. Like I wasn't taught or raised like that in my house. So when I talk to people, they're just like, "Whoa!" Like I wasn't expecting you to be like that, or "Whoa!" Like I was expecting you to be so chill, or "Whoa!" Like I get that.
It's like the thing that
more.
you've got so much has been like,
That, like,
oh,
it's
Dez,
normal to
you're a
me.
white girl.
I
Yeah,
get
Dez
it
is
all
like
the
a white
time.
girl.
I
And I'm like,
get
why can't she
the-
just be a black girl who why just because of the way she talks
all the time.
does she? And same thing with me. It's like people are like, oh, you're not Latino. You can't, dude. Look how you talk.
Or it's
Look
I
how you
went to
act.
school. I
I'm
was
like,
in a
what?
Jewish sorority. So they were like, you were like the only black chick in your sorority who actually did something and did this, this, and this. I was like, okay. And I was like, what's the reasoning? What's the point behind it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like a lot of that has to go to parenting for sure. I think a lot of these kids and people in general, like some of them are making choices to carry out these like very traditional racist characteristics and ideals, you know, to keep passing that on. But some people, like, especially in suburbs, closed off suburbs, small towns, you know what I mean? Very homogenous towns where like there were kids in my college that like never even saw a black person or a person that wasn't white
Yeah.
until they went to college. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of time it goes into the parenting because sometimes the people don't realize that like they're being this way. That's not an excuse. It's not an excuse.
No.
But that is also a thing. It's like when they're like in their mid-20s, right? They're like young, they're like adults now, young adults, and like they're still realizing like, damn, there's actually a lot I still have to learn about like humans.
And that's sad.
It is sad.
It's very
It is
sad,
sad.
because it's all on the parents. Now, I used to nanny.
Yeah.
And the first family I nannied has never obviously had a black nanny before. So when I walked in the house, a little kid gets off the bus my first day.
Mhm.
Literally, I want to say pre-K. Cutest little boy ever.
I remember when.
He looked at me and he goes, in the kitchen, he goes, I really like you. He's like, I love you. And I'm glad that you're a nanny. But he goes, why is your skin brown? With the straightest face. I
Yeah.
said,
He had no clue what
No
he was
clue.
really asking.
no,
Yeah.
you could see in his eyes, it wasn't like a, oh, haha, like your skin. He was just like, why is your skin a different color?
Yeah.
And in that moment, I'm like, these kids know nothing about
He
black
was
people.
trying to understand
Yep.
on a very fundamental level.
I told him. I was honest with all of them. I brought them
Yeah.
all into the kitchen,
Right.
and I told them. And I'm glad that I did that, because now the oldest one that really was never home, his fiance's black. So it's like interesting.
Yeah, then it's cool that you like introduce them to, and that's the thing. It's like, dude, there's sometimes you can't even blame You know, like these, especially little kids, man. It's like you
can't.
really
The
can't
little
blame a
ones, you
5-year-old
can't.
for
You
not
can't.
knowing.
And that's why I
You know
brought
what
up
I mean?
parenting.
Yeah, bro,
That's why
you
I
need
brought up
it.
parenting.
That's why it's so important,
Yeah.
man. And it's interesting to me because I think, and you know, like the reason why I brought this conversation up is because I related to your album. Your album's called "Don't Ask Me Where I'm From," right? So like it's very community based. It's very about your community. And when I was listening to it, and when I think a lot of our listeners, because we have a really wide listener base,
We
they're
have a
like,
very, very wide
very
listener
but
base.
a lot of them are from all over the place. We have some in the city, but like it's not just Long Island. It's like a lot of kids who go to college upstate New York and in the tri-state.
Okay, that's
and
cool.
Like, and those listeners, I get so interested for them to hear what it's like for someone else growing up. And your album, I think, captures that so beautifully. Where like when I listened to it, it almost felt like you taught me something, like genuinely. And I never told you this before, but it almost felt like the album for someone who's not from your area felt like you could understand your area because you brought it down, like you just said, in a fundamental way. You have skits in there that talk about local spots.
Sorry, I didn't
It's
know
all
what
good.
Rob sent me.
It's all good. But you have skits in there that have local spots,
Yeah.
and like you mentioned all that. So when you were making that album, like, did you? What was that like? Like trying to represent how you kind of were brought up, your community, all that kind of stuff. Because if I was making an album about my community, I genuinely wouldn't know where to begin because
what
of
would
all
it
the
sound
faults.
like? What would it sound like? I mean, my neighborhood got faults too. You know what I mean?
No.
Of course, we all do.
Our
Yeah, yeah.
neighborhood
Bro, I don't
has so
even
many
know.
faults.
Man, I
So
don't
would you
even
just
know.
make what would you make? What kind of music would
If
you
I
make?
had to make an album, if we had to,
What
it'd
genre
be a mix.
would it be?
It'd have to be a mix.
It would-
It'd have to
mine
be
would-
like
mine would be like-
half trap rap with like half EDM and like a part of like jazz. Like,
I would say if I did something, it would have to be like complete, kind of like what my genre is now when I make music. But
Yeah.
like it'd have to be like, but a lot of like ambiance and then like very lyrical because to fit what it's like to grow up in a Long Island suburb is
and
so
not
weird,
any
man.
Long Island suburb. The Elwood community.
the Elwood
Elwood
community. And
suburb.
like being non-white and like seeing like being white but being Latino, seeing the way things are, and like, dude, I was able to slip into areas where I wasn't supposed to be in. Like I've been in. I know. We both have.
Not
slipped
me.
into- you have slipped.
No,
into
no.
areas.
Mainly you.
Yeah, I definitely have, dude. I've been in areas where like I've been talking with people. All of a sudden, they say something. They say the N word,
And you're
like
like-
hard R.
like,
They'll start talking about Mexicans. Like they'll be like, "Yo, yeah, dirty Mexicans hopping over the border," literally like that.
Literally, they
And
get
I'm like,
comfortable
I
too
literally
quick.
just
You're
like-
just like, let me soak it in.
And it's
Don't
before I
even-
had my nails painted and my hair dyed. Imagine. Oh man,
Yeah.
no, bro.
Right.
But yo, I would have to just sit there
Yeah.
and just be like, bro, I'm even scared to say something. If I say something, what is this motherfucker gonna do? It might fucking kill me, bro. Like I don't
Yeah.
even, dude. The amount of times I've experienced that is so scary. And like my sister, my brother, my mom, my dad.
Yeah.
My mom has an accent. She has a pretty thick accent, but she's
It's not
white.
that thick.
Okay, it's decently thick, I guess. But like,
no, I feel what
she's-
you're saying.
She's white,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like, if she's somewhere, she's not speaking. She is like
Right.
very easily accepted into stuff where it feels weird. So like, if I was writing an album, I don't know what it would be.
Yeah.
I can't even.
My
describe
bad.
it.
I didn't mean to derail
No,
the
no,
question.
no.
I just
Not at all. No,
it
it's
was
interesting. It's
funny
interesting.
to flip it, but
It's interesting. But like when writing your album, like when writing your thing, like I've listened to it. No cap. I think I've listened to it maybe like 100 times, like full. I love it, and I feel like it's the best. Genuinely, this year, I think it's the best project to listen to from start to beginning from any artist I've listened to. Not just saying it because I work with you. I genuinely mean it. And I had this conversation with Zach, who works with me, and he's also one of my best friends. We talked about it, and we said, she has beef with Zach right now.
sorry, Zach.
Sorry, Zach.
Because you're
Sorry.
fam.
Because you're fam.
How about that?
We listened the other day, and we listened from start to finish. We were just driving, and we had a lot to do, and we said, let's listen from the top all the way to the bottom. And dude, the amount of times we felt like, yo, this just like is cohesive, it's coherent. There's like a thing, there's a story, and it feels genuinely, especially when you're a hip hop lover, it feels like there is a start and end, and it feels like a movie almost in a way. So like, explain that. Like, how did that happen, and how did you write this about your area?
I mean, I think first of all, YG is one of my favorite rappers, which is the weirdest thing to say as the first sentence to be the response to that question.
He
But
does make
YG is
good
one of my
music.
favorite rappers. 2016 called Still Brazy, I think. That album is very long. But it's one of my favorite albums, specifically because I feel like when I listen to it, I'm learning so much about him and where he's from and the people and the businesses around him and everything. And I feel like I rarely get that from artists, especially today, because everybody's trying to sound like everybody else, especially in New York, especially in New York City. I feel like there's a lot of artists that are like trying to sound like something else. And it works for some people, but doesn't work for me. So I just wanted, I guess, the process, right? You're asking me, what was it like writing that? I mean, I'm a storyteller. You know that about me from listening to my music. I wanted to tell the stories, not just about New York City, but like specifically about where I'm from and like the good, the bad, the ugly, and how it has made me who I am. You know what I mean? Every artist wants to talk about themselves, but there's a lot of ways to do it. And I just wanted to make it centered around, you know, the things and people that raised me, and not just have it like be an album where I'm just talking about myself. Like I'm a rapper, right? So I'm supposed to talk my shit. You know, I gotta let my nuts hang the right way rappers do. That's what we do. But like, I wanted to make sure that like there was a level of ego that like I didn't surpass, and just let it be about like talking about the things that are happening in the community, battling gentrification. You know what I mean? Like profusely. And
dude, there are lines in there, man, that are just
oh man, I just didn't want to make it entirely about myself. And you know, I guess finally being able to go across the country to California and like wearing my Yankee hat everywhere. Even if I wasn't, I think people feel when you're a New Yorker, people feel your energy when you walk in the room. Yeah. I genuinely believe that. But like, man, just being out there, like I feel like really, and I have no issues with LA or West Coast, but like it really made me be like, damn. Like every time I leave New York, I appreciate New York so much.
Me too.
It's so weird.
New York's the shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like we literally live in the best. I think the whole fucking state, bro. There's so much diversity.
Yeah.
There's so much to it. And then the city, bro.
Yeah, and we're not perfect. You know what I mean? So much of that album is also just about like, yo, we're also not perfect. Like where I'm from, like we're not perfect. But it's what raised me, and I'm gonna put everything I can into defending it. You know what I mean?
I love it, bro.
Everybody wants to take. Nobody wants to give. So I'm glad you appreciate it. I'm glad, you know.
Dude, I'm telling you that
I wanted to, sorry to cut you off. I wanted to make an album like, even if you have no clue what the fuck I'm talking about, like you'll still be able to play it and be like, damn, bro. Like I want to feel that way about where I live. Like I want to move somewhere I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel passionate about where I'm from, bro. And the thing is, like, it's your storytelling with the music too that you do. Like it's so wonderfully produced. Who produced it?
The producer Zumo. He produced top to bottom. Yes. He produced the entire thing.
It's so beautifully produced, but like the music itself, just like how gorgeous it's like constructed and composed, along with your lyricism. That's what made you feel like you were like literally in the city. Like it felt like you were in New York. And it also didn't make me feel like if I never went to Washington Heights, it didn't feel like, oh, I don't know what this is about. I can't relate to this at all. It's still like, it doesn't matter where you're from. I feel like you can relate to Don't Ask Me Where I'm From.
And the thing,
which is good.
Because it's produced entirely by Zumo, like the question I get a lot is like, yo, so damn, you guys made it together. That's actually not what happened. He produced everything on the album. You know what I mean? But like, he gave me a canvas to tell my story. Yeah. And I'm grateful for him for that, because he's originally not from New York. He lives in New York now, and that's where I met him. But he's originally from, I think, North Carolina or South Carolina, one of the two. Awesome dude. But like, I feel like what really worked about the project was like, he knew that like, yo, he wanted to work with me, and we knew we wanted to work with each other, but like, he wasn't the way some producers are, which I understand, is like, yo, like, I need this out of you as a vocal artist on my canvas. I need you to paint it this way. And I feel like he entirely gave me freedom. And I feel like super grateful. Now I appreciate also building things with producers from the start. I just like, I haven't done that I haven't done a full project like that and released it yet. I've done it, it's just not out yet. Yeah. So this was the first time I had like something fully with one producer, and it like, it was very much just like, yeah, bro, tell your story. You know what I mean? So
cool. Though.
yeah, so
cool.
I'm super proud of it. It's like the most complete thing I've ever done. And
I'll have to stream that shit, man. Like
don't
every
ask me
day.
where I'm from.
Don't ask me where I'm
stream
from.
It,
I'm
for real.
telling you, like it's so worth it. And there are some songs on there. What's your favorite song on there? I'm very curious to know that answer.
You can tell me what yours is first. I don't want to influence your answer.
So like my favorite song is probably the first one. Prada, right? Is that what it's called?
I think that's like a lot of people's
I
favorite.
think it's my favorite, like as far as like the song itself, I just love it. But my favorite to listen to is Group Chat.
Group Chat, right.
Adore
It's always
Group
one of
Chat.
those two.
I adore Group Chat. But then like there are gems in there, man. Local Train, what is that what it's called?
Well, Uncle John.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Mine
Oh,
is
man.
Don Dada, for sure.
Don Dada, yeah. I love Don Dada.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, every song on there is good. Like that's the thing. It's like it's all good. But like I think you've done a great job with that project. And like if someone doesn't want to listen to the full album, just choose a song and I promise you're gonna like it. Like it doesn't matter what song.
I appreciate you saying that, man.
I'm not kidding.
For
I
real.
really genuinely think you can take out any one song and listen to it, or you can listen to the full thing and have a story. So just what you prefer, how
I
you
feel
like to listen to music.
We've been blessed to see the album do well so far.
Doing well, yeah.
But like, even if it wasn't, bro, I feel it's such a win. Like, I'm so proud of it. You know what I mean? And like,
That's it.
we're proud of it. We worked hard on putting it together to be able to release it the way we wanted to.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
if you're
bro.
streaming it, thank you. If you're not, thank you either way. God bless you.
Sweet guy.
Yeah.
I would have been. If you're not streaming it, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Let me know when Ask Me Where I'm From drops.
Ask me where I'm from.
Joint album.
Oh man.
Because I would
We're
love
gonna
to
do
tell
it.
you where I'm from. I'd love to tell you all about it. Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be a project one
Yeah.
day. All right, so we're getting towards the end of this, but there's a few things we do on Tea Time with Dezz. And one thing is, Dezz is tired. We had a long night last night. Did you wake up early tonight?
Hell yeah, I had to get up early. My mom said, you gotta go do this. I said, what?
I had to wake up
But
early.
that's
too.
besides the point here, people.
What's the national holiday today?
Today's National Cookie Exchange Day.
Cookie Exchange Day. What does that mean? Do you even know?
Have you ever been to a cookie Christmas exchange party?
No.
Well,
What?
We don't do that in the hood. Yeah.
Well, pre-COVID.
I've never even heard of that shit.
Pre-COVID. You like that one?
Right.
Pre-COVID, my family used to do a Christmas cookie exchange. So we'd have a bunch of people at our house. Everybody was responsible on making 3 dozen cookies. And then we do this giant exchange. So everybody bring these fat Tupperwares and you just take a bunch of these cookies home.
That's actually fire.
Fire, right?
Yeah.
But next
Everyone
year,
should do that. I've never heard of
wait,
that.
so listen. So because my mom is a big, like, I'm really going to blow up when COVID is over.
Yeah.
My mom said we're throwing a rager. She's like probably bigger than we've ever had before.
I love it.
I said what? She goes, no. Like we got to do it on a Saturday so the cops don't get called type situation. I said,
You won't
oh.
go to those parties, man.
No. She said, tell your friends we're gonna get tents. They can sleep in the yard. Like,
Cookie exchange and all.
whole full blown. It's gonna be everything slammed into one.
That's
so I think
crazy.
it's like Christmas. It's gonna be Christmas, 4th of July, our birthday. It's just gonna be like. Boom, slammed into one. DJs, mom said we'll have one in the front and the backyard. I
That
said,
shit,
all right,
Don
all
Smith
right.
performing there, man.
On the
It's gonna be
stage.
crazy, bro.
Just send the Zoom invite.
Yeah.
But anything, regardless of the point, it's gonna be you're just taking home all these cookies. So
That's
today is
crazy.
National Cookie Exchange Day. So listeners, I know you're listening to this. It will be getting dropped when?
Christmas Day.
Merry Christmas! Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that.
Merry Christmas. It is
Merry
on Christmas Day.
Christmas,
There's something else we're gonna say, too.
everybody. But listen, Merry Christmas. Go eat some cookies. I know there was no exchange this year, but I know some of you guys did do an exchange this year because I know you didn't listen to the COVID-19 rules, but
But
that's
if
all
y'all
right.
out there doing that, please make sure you get tested. Wear a mask. Do what you need to do. We got tested. We made sure we were good.
Yeah.
We've been wearing our
That's
masks
the
in
only
studio.
reason we're not wearing masks right
Yeah,
now.
only
Exactly.
reason.
You already know the
Only
rules,
reason.
guys.
Yeah.
Hear my Christmas
The
mans.
second we walk out of here to
But it's-
protect our boy Dave and the sound seller, shout out
mask is
sound
on.
seller. We make sure our mask is on because we want to protect each other.
Word.
Gotta stay safe. Y'all gotta stay safe out there, even when you're doing your
Because we
cookie
want.
exchanges.
Listen here, I know,
Yo,
I
I'm
get
about
it.
to set up a cookie exchange next year, though. That shit sounds crazy.
I'm doing it. How you gonna set one up if I'm doing
That's
one?
true. That's true. We'll do a big one.
Bastard.
Bastard. Porch.
We'll,
right, so,
do it on my porch.
Something cool, actually, because this is dropping on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas to all y'all, and Happy New Year if
I
you're
just
listening
burped
to
in the
this
mic.
afterwards.
That was my
I don't know
gift
when
to
you're listening
you.
to this.
Everybody have a beer.
Everybody have a beer.
Maybe a drink or two.
And then after you do that, go to donSMITH's YouTube channel. This is going to be linked in the description if you're
Yeah.
watching this on YouTube. Go to
Go
donSMITH's
support
YouTube
him.
channel because he has a short film
Right.
dropping.
I do have a short film dropping Friday, Christmas. Wow. Same
On
day.
Christmas. Same
I
day.
get a Christmas present from you?
You do.
Yeah.
There's so much here.
I'll send you the link before I send it to anybody else.
Perfect.
Dad.
As a thank you for having me.
I'll give you my number, thanks.
Word up. But yeah, definitely.
Go check it out, man.
Yeah, please.
Check it out, please. And if you're watching this after Christmas, we hope you have a happy new year. We hope you're celebrating, but safely. And next year, Tea Time with Dezz come back even stronger. We
Is
got
this
another episode. We got one more episode for the end. We got to do our hot mess of the year.
I was about to say, our hot mess moments of 2020.
We still got a hot mess episode coming soon. But
Listen, guys, we also want to say we love you and thank you. So what is it, season 3 we're going into?
I mean, I guess it'll still be season 2.
Congratulations.
Maybe season 3. But yeah, dude, this has been 1 year of us doing this.
A lot of shows get canceled before season 3.
Yeah.
I know.
And you know what?
Here we are.
Most podcasts, this is an
Most
actual
podcasts
fact,
don't make it to
don't make
season
it past episode 20. I didn't know this was the thing. It's 40% of podcasts don't make it past episode 20. And then from that, it's like 85 don't make it past episode 50. So we're like,
We're coming for 50, bitches.
We're going for 100.
We're
going
coming.
for 300. We're going up there. We're having fun. It doesn't matter who's listening. We having fun, and we're gonna keep doing it.
People listen. Listen,
Every
I'm
week it's different.
shocked.
And
I really am shocked.
Me too. Every week it kind of surprises me.
Last
because-
week we had all the people listen. You won't regret it. 10 out of 10. I'm like, who are you?
Yeah,
but thank you
random
for the
people.
support.
Yeah. And you know, it's been great. We've seen like all walks of life listen because we've had all types of guests.
Yep.
We've had
And I think
people
that's
in
the thing with our
fashion
podcast
and,
is we bring in a wide variety of
That's
people.
really cool.
yeah,
It's not
try
like,
to.
It's not like we'll bring one person, the next person. Like, for instance, last week we had
Locals Only.
Locals Only, someone who owns a clothing company. Before that, we had Queen of Come, an artist. We have you. We've had my friends on the show. We've had
My mom, who's a life coach,
Like,
it's
we
like
You should see if y'all can get like a cult leader to come
Oh,
interview.
dude, that would be
We
the
probably
craziest
could.
thing. We probably could. Dude, we've been so lucky. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm going to tell you, some people ask me, like, how did you get, like, this person? I was like, yo, we just DM.
we have a
like,
we have a low key TikTok star that I geek over. Still trying to get on the show.
low-key TikTok star. She's good. She's pretty big. She's from Long Island. And, like, we got her. We have her information. We're just trying to arrange the exact date. And COVID has made it tough. But, yo, like, we've gotten so lucky. Which we've been able to get
I
on the
feel
show.
honored that y'all had me today.
Oh, man,
This was great.
you're the donSMITH, man.
Interviews are always like, this wasn't even an interview. It's just a
No, it's just
conversation.
conversation.
It's
I
literally hanging with
appreciate
us at our
that-
little table.
I appreciate that
Little
more
table
than anything.
talks.
That it feels like regular conversation. I feel like everything feels so like,
That's
okay,
it, man.
let's cover this. Let's cover that.
And
Usually
that's the
it feels
thing
that
about
way.
this. This is a very unscripted, scripted show.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like in the beginning we were like, we got to hit this, and you can listen and you could hear like the conversation turn, and then now it's just like
Yeah,
it's a
wherever it
flow.
goes.
Like now it's just a bloop, 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 bloop.
The best compliment I ever got was someone told me they were in their car listening and they felt like they wanted to chime in on the conversation because they just felt like they were at the table with us.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I was like, that's exactly the goal, man. The
That's
goal is not
amazing.
like I'm not a trained media podcast host. Dezz is not. You know,
I'm
like
far
we're-
from being trained.
But like that's the thing is like we were just like, okay, give us a mic. We're gonna talk our shit. It's gonna have fun. Bring
Yeah.
on friends. Bring on
Talk
special
your
guests.
shit.
And that's it.
Bite you.
And
Yeah.
like the fact that we get to be now, you know, every time it feels like we're upgrading. Now we're here at the fucking Sound Cellar, the legendary place, man. Love this
Cellar.
place.
Thank
Again,
you,
shout out
Dave.
But like the fact that we get to be here, it's a blessing. It's great. We're super grateful. We're having a great Christmas already.
I wish you
It's
had a
been great.
porch, Steve.
A porch. Wish you had a porch. Okay, before we leave though, last thing we got to do
Need to, maybe don't.
is a little need to, maybe don't. Now, Don,
a little
need to. He's like, a little what?
He's like,
Yeah.
what?
And so
What
at the
am I
end of
gonna
every
do?
episode, this is the one part that most people don't watch because most people don't reach the very end.
Okay.
But you're gonna get a chance to do this. So need to, maybe don't. Basically, it's a little segment we do where everyone says something they need to do, maybe should, or don't. And it could be about anything. It could be about like food, like you need to be eating this food because it's healthy, or you need to watch this Netflix show because it's dope, or whatever it may be. And you get to choose whatever you want from whatever. It's just something someone needs to do, maybe, or don't. So I don't know. What do you want? You get to choose either need to, maybe, or don't. Which one would you like to take today?
Oh yeah, I get to choose one. I can't do all three.
No, you get to
choose
choose one.
one.
You can do all three. Hey, if you got three, no one
Yeah.
ever has three. So if you got three,
So it's something people need to do, something
Maybe.
they maybe should
And
try
then
to do,
don't.
maybe.
and then
yeah, the
absolutely,
maybe's just like, yeah, if you got time.
and
you
then
know?
And now
don't
it's
is like
no,
absolutely
no,
do not
do
do
not
it.
do this anymore.
Word.
Yeah,
Word.
it could be anything you want. It could be about food. Someone had
Ethan.
about reading books once. We've had someone say stuff about shopping small. I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Drop some gems.
I'm gonna try to cover all three.
Oh man!
All right, I'm gonna try.
What?
Now we
I
sit
get
back.
to kick
Yeah,
it
let's go. Let's do it. All right, here we go.
I think you absolutely need to wash your hands.
Need to, you dirty ass
Absolutely is a
motherfucker.
necessity.
Because COVID-19 is a real thing.
Yeah. Wash your motherfucking hands. If
That's going to be the name of our song.
Yo, wash your
Wash your mother
motherfucking
hands.
when you sit down Thursday night, Friday with your family, wash your hands before you do that.
Wash your hands before you grab that crescent in the dish.
Wash your motherfucking hands.
All right, what's your
Something
maybe, bro?
you maybe should do. Like if you have time, and I know y'all have time, right? Because it's a pandemic, but also it's the holidays, right? So you have time. If you have time, you should stream my new album, Don't Ask Me Where I'm From.
Don't ask me where I'm from.
Plug it.
And watch the short film.
Releasing on Christmas Day.
Watch everything that all your favorite local artists do. You know, if you have time, that's maybe what you should do. What is it?
Don't.
Okay.
We covered them all.
He's doing it. I'm surprised. This is a first.
This last one is hard.
This is history here, Rob. This is history here, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I got
He's
the last
going in.
one.
I got the don't. So the don't of the week is going to be, all right, there's a backstory before my don't. I have been talking to this person. No dating life, guys. Calm down. It's one of my friends, and I haven't talked to her in a very long time. So, guys, don't knock things until you try them. Try new things. Reach out to old friends, old people. Because, listen, life is short. COVID-19 was a bitch. And honestly, you got to take a different look on life now because you honestly don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, the next day, the day after that. And, yeah, that's my don't of the week.
Also, when I said wash your hands, I didn't mean just physically. Like, I meant in a lot of different ways. Yeah, that is
yes.
like wash your hands, but like also like wash your hands.
Yes,
you feel me?
Yes, I totally feel.
New Year,
that's like hell yeah.
I feel that, but listen, guys, New Year's coming. You heard him. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands going into the new year. You feel me?
You got something hanging? Don't let your nuts drag. Wash your hands.
God bless. Man.
I could be a rapper.
Don, let them know where they can follow you and where they can stream your music.
For sure. Follow me on everything at Who Is donSMITH. You can stream the album Don't Ask Me Where I'm From, entirely produced by Zumo. Everywhere. donSMITH, one word, DonSMITH. Thank y'all for having me. This was awesome.
Thank you for coming. Guys, have a healthy and safe Christmas. Like Don says, wash your hands. COVID is still out there. We love you all.
Buy
Thank
some
you for
sweaters.
tuning in.
Support Meals on Us.
Shop
support
local.
your local artists. Support your local businesses. Happy New Year if you're listening
You
afterwards.
bastards, because I was
Goodbye.
going to say that.
Go say it. Say
no,
it
I don't want to say it anymore. Bye, guys.
Love you guys. Take care.
Peace.
Robert!